When you first go to the chiropractor, you might not realize that a lot of it starts with the nerves. Why do we talk so much about the nerves? Well, let's go back to the birth process. Let's go back to the developing baby. So in a developing baby, what do you think is forming first? Some people may say the heart, right? Because they say that's really important. But it's actually the brain that forms first. So here is the brain, okay? Now that forms first. And then what happens is we have the nerves. So the nerves come out and they form this spinal cord. And then from there, this comes and forms everything within there, like the heart. Then we have the liver. Then we have the kidneys and the digestive system, and so on and so forth. So as we have this brain forming and all of our organs forming as well, they have little nerve buds on each end. So these all nerve buds come out from the spine to innervate all of these organs. Now, the brain is the master control of the nervous system, right? So all of our nerves go to our heart, and all of our nerves go to our kidneys and our organs. And this is how they form. Now, what do you think is encased in bone? So as we know, our brain is really important. So that is encased in bone. Now, is the heart encased in bone? Well, we have the thoracic cage, which covers it, but the heart is not actually encased in bone. But what is encased in bone is the spinal cord, or the continuation of the brain. So through here, we have individual vertebrae that cover this spinal cord. So why is it so important that the spinal cord is encased in bone? Well, we know if we have irritation to the spinal cord, then we have less function to the organs or the muscles. So what we call this is subluxation, okay? Subluxation. What this is irritation to those nerves, causing poor communication from the brain to all of these organs or muscles, okay? So let's give an example of braces. So if you have braces, you have subluxated teeth, right? Your teeth are crooked, you use braces, or you can get a subluxated finger. So your finger's bent backwards, that's what you call a subluxated finger. Or you can have a subluxated vertebra. So let me give you an example. So when we have subluxation to the vertebra or to the nerves of the spine, what happens is we have twisting and pulling or pushing, and that causes irritation to these nerves of your spine. So let's say you lift heavy weights, or you're looking down at your phone all the time, so you bend like this. That puts extra pressure on all these nerves and the vertebra. Or let's say you're tiling your floor. You're putting a lot of pressure on your low back. Your vertebra gets pushed this way, that one then gets twisted that way, and all of a sudden we have irritation to those nerves within the spine. This is a subluxation. So what happens when we have subluxation is what's happening is we're having poor communication from the brain to the organs. So since our brain controls everything, 100% of life is in our brain, right? So do we want 100% of life in our heart? Well, you would say yes, right? So in order to have 100% of life in your heart, you need to have good communication from your brain to your heart. You also want 100% of life in your organs, correct? So let's say your digestive system. You want 100% of nerve flow going to your organs so that your digestive system works correctly. Or let's say your legs, okay? You want 100% of nerve flow from your leg so that your brain can communicate with your leg so so that you can walk and do activities that you want to do in your daily life. Okay? So the goal of a chiropractor is to remove the interference so that your body can work at 100% capacity. So your brain can communicate with all of your organs, your heart, your liver, your kidneys, your digestive system, your legs, your arms. So what chiropractors do is make sure all of the nerve flow is getting to each and every organ of your body so you can live at your whole potential, 100% potential.